Pisces, welcome to your monthly horoscope for October 2023. In this video, I will be going over all of the major energies for the month of October. Now, coming into the month, we are officially in eclipse season. We are going to have our first solar eclipse in Libra right here in your 8th house, and our final lunar eclipse in Taurus right here in your 3rd house. So we will be getting into all of that energy. Now we have the sun in Libra moving through your 8th house, bringing a lot of focus to these 8th house themes and topics. We have quite a bit of energy the first portion of the month in Libra. Now, the 8th house rules your partner's finances, money coming in from outside resources, taxes, inheritance, psychological healing and transformation. So there can be a lot of focus on those themes and topics this month. Once we get to October 4th, we are going to have Mercury enter Libra as well, bringing more focus. We have a lot of energy in Libra this month, bringing a lot of focus, to these themes and topics, this area of life. Once we get to October 8th, we are going to have Venus enter Virgo right here in your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, and close personal connections. Now, once Venus moves into Virgo, there is this mutual reception between Mercury and Venus. Mercury being in a Venus ruled sign, Venus being in a Mercury ruled sign. So there is something with these areas of life that are being integrated, being meshed together, working together, around your relationships, partnerships, close personal connections, business partnerships, and money coming in from outside resources or partners' finances. Once we get to October 10th, we have Pluto stationing direct here in your 11th house in Capricorn. And when this happens, there is a square between Mars and Pluto. This can feel quite intense for everyone. This and also Mars being in that 8th house, there can be something showing up with your partner's finances or money coming in from outside resources that you're having to move through. Remember that Pluto brings what is beneath the surface to light so that we can become aware of it. We can move through the energies, transmute and transform. The 8th house also representing, mental health and psychological transformation. There can be something with that as well that you are moving through. So that's around October 10th, just a date to be mindful of. Now, Mars also does rule your 2nd house of money, finances, and material possessions for you. So it may not even just be money coming in from outside resources and your partner's finances. It can be something showing up around your money, your finances, and your material possessions that you're having to move through as well. October 12th, we have Mars entering Scorpio here in your 9th house of higher education, higher knowledge, long distance travel. This is the house of publishing and teaching, belief systems, philosophy. And so we go from having a lot of energy here in Libra, the first portion of this month, and everything will eventually shift into Scorpio here, the second portion of this month. Now, depending on if you have a day chart or a night chart, will depend on how this Mars energy is expressed. But Mars can mean, taking action with something that has to do with those 9th house themes and topics. And then October 14th, we have our first solar eclipse in Libra at 21 degrees here in your 8th house. So we now have the North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra. And this really represents where we are having the eclipses take place in our birth chart. We've had the nodes moving through Taurus and Scorpio, which we are having our final eclipse in Taurus, closing this cycle out. Now there's new energies showing up for these areas. So over, between now and January 2025, there's going to be a lot of changes taking place with your money, your finances, your material possessions, your partner's money, your partner's finances. The South Node being in Libra represents a releasing and letting something go in this area of life. So this solar eclipse in Libra is bringing energies in for that, possibly bringing energies in, situations, experiences for you to become aware of something that you are going to have to release and let go over the next year and a half. Remember, eclipse energy does play out anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. Now, if you think back to 2005, the last time we had an eclipse here in Libra with the South Node, that can give you an idea of how this energy is going to show up for you. And then October 19th, 20th, and 21st, we have the Mercury cazimi. Now, Mercury and the Sun travel together for a couple of days. When we have a Mercury cazimi, this can really bring sudden insight, clarity, intuitive downloads, information. Pay attention to your conversations, because there can be, something showing up for you at this time, bringing clarity in for whatever you're currently moving through. And it can have to do with partners, finances, and money coming in from outside resources. Mercury also rules your 7th house of relationships and your 4th house of home and family. So there can be something showing up at this time with those areas of life. And then October 22nd, we have Mercury entering Scorpio. And October 23rd, we have the Sun entering Scorpio. So we have all of the energy here in Libra kind of shift into Scorpio. So then there then becomes a lot of focus on these 9th house themes and topics like higher education, higher knowledge, long distance travel, philosophy, belief systems. There can be a lot of focus on these themes and topics, especially coming once we're leaving the month, the last week and a half of October. And then October 28th, we have our final lunar eclipse in Taurus at 5 degrees here. 5 degrees, don't pay attention to the 4 degrees. 5 degrees here in your 3rd house of community, neighbors, the neighborhood, local travel, siblings, cousins, vehicles. But these areas of life have been going through massive changes since February 2022. So this lunar eclipse is a finalizing of that energy, a final understanding, a final knowing of the changes that have taken place and next steps for that change. Okay, Pisces, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helps you move through the energy for October. If you align with my energy and enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I will connect with you in the next one.